So as you get into your 40s and 50s, 60s even, one of the dangers that you face is becoming a big diesel. I've seen it a lot in a lot of the people that I ride with in that age group, and they're really good riders, strong riders that will push many of the younger guys to their limits, but they tend to get stuck in a range, and the way to beat them is to change the pace very quickly, and they struggle to follow. They can't adapt to sudden changes in pace. And so you can see at the moment, for example, I'm trying to be a bit of a diesel. I'm in zone 3.5-ish. Cadence not especially high, and I'm just plugging up this hill, decent rate, but nothing special. And this is the kind of level that the older riders can sustain like all day long almost. You know, they've got a lot of stamina, and you know, if they're knocking out 250 watts or so, you know, they can definitely test a lot of riders by doing this. But what happens is that suddenly some guy will sprint off the front, or maybe the gradient really notches up quite a bit, and they struggle to react to that change of pace. So for example, imagine we're near the summit here, and some young guys just come past me and made a gap of 10 meters. So what you got to do to train yourself is to react to that change. Keep the cadence really high. That's the only way you're going to catch him. And put your foot down hard. Keep spinning. Keep in a low gear. You got to spin and stretch your heart rate. Get your heart up into zone 5 as quickly as possible. And there we go. We're back on his wheel. And what it is basically is, you know, just doing drills like that regularly, so your body, your heart, your fast twitch muscle fibers don't forget how to do that, because as you age you lose that ability, so you have to train it back in. And it's not easy, hurts a bit, but no pain no gain. And you know, once you've done that, you can sort of relax a little bit if the gradient allows, and yeah, that'll really help. The other thing is maximum heart rate, and the saying goes that you lose 1 or 2 BPM for every year that you age. Well, don't listen to the rules. Try and occasionally push it super hard, even if it's only for 10 seconds or so that you hit your max every year. I mean, so far my max has always been about 184, 185, and I managed to hit it every year. I think that's a good goal to aim for, because the bigger range your heart can be under, the better it is. And a good way to ensure that you are doing things like that regularly is to ride in a decent group, because there'll always be times where someone sprints off the front and there's lots of changes in pace, and that's ideal really. If you go out on your own too much and you've not got discipline, then you will tend to just sink back into that diesel mode, which is comfortable and fairly fast, but it's a bit of a trap, so don't fall into it. So the other weapon that you can use in your fight against the youngsters is your wisdom, because hopefully over the years you'll have picked up a lot of tips and tricks, and these can be really useful against the younger guys who in theory haven't actually learnt them yet. So I mean, one of the main things that you see a lot is people really not in the right gear at a given moment, and it's amazing how many people aren't, and just learning to change gear really well, be at the right cadence, anticipating hills, it's all really useful stuff, and it increases your efficiency. Drafting, that's a key skill to have. Drafting behind the right guy, slightly to the right if the wind's coming slightly from the left, knowing when to go to the front, depending on where the wind is. You should always know where the wind's coming from, no matter where you are on a ride. That's why I have a compass on my Garmin. Lots of little tricks like that, saving energy when you come up to roundabouts and traffic lights. Don't pedal up hard to them and slam on the brakes, it's just wasted energy. So yeah, you know, drinking at the right time, feeding at the right time, being aero, having the right bike fit, being super comfy on your bike, all of these things all add up. Just being that little bit faster and more efficient. So descending's another great place to catch up some time on the younger guys, because hopefully they haven't spent that much time in the Alps yet, or Mallorca, or the Pyrenees, and that's what you need to really have a real experience on descents and tight bends, braking. So I've got another video on this, but just, you know, it's the basics. It's coming in wide, braking hard, heel in off the brakes, get it over, and pedal out. Looking ahead all the time, outside legs stiff and straight. This is quite a tight bend. Can't go too hard today because there's a lot of pine needles on the road. Quite a lot of pine needles on the road here, so can't go as fast as normal. But it's always the same. Coming wide to the corner, brake really hard in the straight line, crank it over, and pedal out. Try and clip the apex if you can, and go out wide if there's space.